Hi guys, Spartan765 here today. Today I'm doing a review on a gun I picked up about a week ago, brand new. It's a Remington 870 with the 18-inch barrel, synthetic stock, synthetic forehand. Got it for, what the fuck did I pay for? I think it was about $364. I paid $364 for this gun, which is about, $40 below the MRSP. Now, I'm going to tell you why I bought this particular shotgun over other shotguns. First off, Remington is phenomenally well known for their 870. It's one of the best, I think in my opinion, it is the best combat shotgun ever made. Not only is it good for a combat shotgun, but this particular design is also well used in the hunting world as well. This is the third 870 that I've owned. Loved them. Every 870 I've ever had. Never had any issues with any of them. Now, the reason I bought this particular gun is because I plan on doing more or less a build. Now, Remington doesn't have a specific model for this gun. All it's called is Remington 870 18-inch barrel synthetic furniture. That's what it's called on their website. But I'm going to call this the Remington 870 Defender. The reason for that being is because this gun, as you get it out of the box, is set up as a home defense shotgun. This is not a shotgun designed for hunting, this particular setup. It's a cylinder bore, 18-inch barrel, bead sight. You got a, I don't want to call that a tactical foregrip, but it's not the field foregrip that you'd get on, a standard 870. It does have the standard synthetic stock you'd find in a regular synthetic 870. Full black, blued steel, matte blue steel. Remington a few years ago, I think I want to say it was about 7 years ago, 8 years ago, started replacing the aluminum trigger guards with plastic trigger guards. Now there are a couple of opt guns you can buy that do not have the plastic trigger guard. That is the only difference between this 870 and older 870s, or between this 870 and the modern Wingmaster or the modern Marine, the tactical Marine shotgun, or the other tactical, the one that the MCS. The only difference between that and this, as far as anything goes, is this has just as a plastic trigger guard. Same trigger component, same receiver, same barrel, same steel, everything. There's no difference between a standard 870 and an MCS 870 or a Wingmaster as far as the quality of the steel goes or the build quality. It's all the same. The only difference between the 870, the 870 Express, the 870 Tactical, and the Wingmaster, the only difference is the finish on the gun. The 870 Special Purpose is a Parkerized finish. That's the only difference between this and an 870 Special Purpose, is a Parkerized finish. This is a blued, matte blued finish. The only difference between this and a Wingmaster is a Wingmaster goes through a final finishing process that smooths it out really nice, as far as the finish goes. Now, the steel, the barrel, all that is all the same. The only difference is the plastic trigger guard, which isn't that big of a deal. That's something that can be easily swapped out with an aluminum trigger guard if you choose to. Definitely not a factor in determining buying the gun or not. I would always recommend an 870 over a Mossberg any day. It's a far superior design, far superior in durability, reliability, and functionality. Now, the only Mossberg shotgun I would ever buy is the 590A1. That's just because it's made to mil-spec standards. I'm not a huge fan of the Mossberg 500 or that whole series, especially the Maverick 88. It's a piece of shit. They're just not as durable, as reliable as the battle-proven 870. Not saying the 500 isn't battle-proven. The 590. The 590A1 is battle-proven. It's a great shotgun, but it's really, in my opinion, from my experience, the only good shotgun Mossberg's ever made. In fact, Mossberg is kind of on par with Taurus, if you ask me, as far as their build quality goes, with the exception of the 590A1, which is fantastic. But anyway, so what I plan to do with this shotgun is I plan on just doing a basic build. I'm not going to do one of those fucking builds where, I'm going to put a red dot on it, all that other crap. This is just going to be a basic tactical shotgun build. Now, one drawback about doing a tactical shotgun build is almost every single part that you put on that shotgun is going to hinder the ease of field stripping and disassembly. Now, that is true with almost any accessory that you're going to put on the shotgun. Not every accessory, but with a lot of them it is. If you get a mag tube extension, that mag tube extension is a little bit more difficult to take off, especially if you have it niched on or torqued down there extremely tight. Then again, it's not too hard to do. I got a Winchester tactical shotgun with a choke machine and tool mag tube extension on there. I can take that off just fine. But I mean, if you're going and you're getting the stupid bracket that goes up here that holds the mag tube extension to the barrel, that is 100% not necessary. There is no need for that bracket. That is just a cosmetic feature. You look at Minitech, the only mag tube extension where the bracket is good or acceptable in my mind is the actual Remington 2-shot mag tube extension, because there's a groove for the bracket so it doesn't slide back and forth. Really, the only purpose for a bracket in practicality goes is a place for a sling point. Other than that, it doesn't hold the mag tube up. It's a joke. It does not provide any support. In fact, it can actually cause the barrel, or it can put uneven stresses in the barrel and the mag tube extension. There's no need for that little bracket, unless, of course, you want a sling attachment. I am ordering next week. I'm ordering the Remington. It's a bit more spendier than other mag tube extensions, but I want the Remington one. That's the best one, in my opinion, to get on here. Remington or Wilson Combat makes really good mag tube extensions. You can go with the Tacstar too. They're good, but they're not. When I do a build, I generally want to try and get the best I can for my shotgun. So I'm going with the Remington +2, so it'll be 4, 5, 6, and then 1 in the chamber, so 7. I'm going to get that. Then I'm going to get a Surefire tactical forehand. When I say tactical forehand, all I mean is it's going to have the light, the Surefire pressure switch flashlight forehand. That puppy right there is about, what is it, $250? So I got $250 on the forehand. I got about, what is it, $80 for the mag tube extension from Remington. And then I may or may not get the Magpul stock for this. I'm not sure yet. Either the Magpul, probably gonna stick with the standard stock, or the MCS stock. Maybe I don't really know if I want the pistol grip though. I don't know. Probably just gonna go with the Magpul stock. Magpul stock, Surefire light, grip, and a Remington +2 mag extension. Not gonna put any ghost ring sights on this. Not gonna put a scope mount on this. There's absolutely no reason for ghost ring sights in a shotgun unless you're shooting slugs. That is just another thing that some people, because they see it in Call of Duty, want to put on their shotgun. I mean, there's nothing wrong with ghost ring sights if you're shooting slugs. But as far as if you're just shooting buckshot, you're shooting 25 meters or under. When you have ghost ring sights on the shotgun that you're shooting buckshot or birdshot with or whatever, that literally hinders your pull time. You have to line up the sights. I mean, not saying, oh, well, with a rifle you have to line up the sights. Yes, you do. But with a shotgun at 25 meters, you're at a lot closer distance. So you don't really have to line up the sights with just a bead. You just take that bead, put it generally in the middle area of the receiver, and that shot's going to go wherever you're pointing. Like I said, for a tactical shotgun, I really don't see ghost ring sights as something that I would put on a shotgun unless it's going to be solely a slug gun or, something like that. I'm perfectly content with the bead. On my previous shotgun build, I've done a few shotgun builds, but on one of them I did a a Winchester 1200. I did a Leaper's sight on that. I just got a cheap red dot, put it on there. Surprisingly, I drilled and tapped, but surprisingly it actually has not lost its zero, and I've pumped through these buckshot, 3-inch, heavy buckshot, heavy slugs. Hasn't knocked off the zero on the red dot. Been dropped a few times, hasn't knocked off the zero on the red dot. So hey, crappy little Leaper's red dot actually performs pretty well that I have seen. But then again, I'm staying away from optics on this shotgun. Just going to leave it as is. Just the mag tube extension, Surefire grip, and the Magpul stock. I'm not going to do a side saddle either. I don't think so. Because another thing is, when I said that, what hinders the ease of taking the gun down is if you put a side saddle on, it mounts to these pinholes here and then use a screw. So then you have to have a tool to take apart your 870. Other than just a punch or something like that. They do make low profile side saddles that don't actually clip in anything or don't take up the whole side of the receiver. But you still have to unscrew those. And if you put what else can you put on a shotgun that'll hinder it? well, certain mountings for flashlights you can put up here could hinder the takedown time or ability to take down the shotgun, depending on what attachments you have. So that's what I'm trying to get at here is I'm not saying putting crap in your shotgun is a bad idea. I'm saying think about how it will affect your ability to field strip and take down and clean your weapon, before you put these parts on. Like I said, I'm just getting a different stock, different forehand mag tube extension. That's it. That will not hinder the takedown of the gun at all, really. Mag tube extension, maybe a little bit, but not really. You can still take it off with your hand, no big deal. But yeah, good gun. These 870s, like I said, they're top of the line as far as durability, reliability goes. They may not be the prettiest looking tactical shotgun out there like a Benelli M2 or Benelli M4, but I'm telling you one thing, compared to Benelli M4, which Benellis are great shotguns, but this will outlast one of those shotguns just because it's not semi-automatic. But you don't have a gas system to worry about cleaning in this puppy. So, yeah. But you guys got any comments, questions? I will probably do a build update on this shotgun, a series of videos. It's not going to be too extensive like my last shotgun build where I had about 15 videos. It's just going to be like 3 or 4. Sorry, cell phone rang there. But yeah, it's not going to be, anything extensive. I might do about 3 or 4 videos on it showing the progress. But you guys got any comments or questions? Feel free to send me a message. Any video requests, and I'll hopefully get time to do the video for you. Spartan765 out.